Man 2006 here. Just so you guys know, this footage that you're watching right now is the 4K of the F91 camcorder. So you guys are wondering what that quality looks like? That's what this looks like. Now, I know the other day I said I have another camera, and that would be the Panasonic HC-920, and I have warranty with this. Well, when I went in to look, it expires this week. So, a little change of plans. Well, I might still send this camera in, but this camera needs to go into the shop as well, like I said in the last video. I did the other day, actually. I love this camera. It's just HD, it's not 4K or anything like that, but it is a good camera. One of the reasons why it has to go in, and you can see that it's shut, and this is not shut. So there's something wrong with the closing of the lens, which is not that big of a deal, but it is not closing. And then the other thing is, sometimes when you turn it on, it says card locked, or checking for card, and it can't find the card, which I have no clue why it can't find it, because clearly there's a card in there. So that's the other issue. You can see the card right there. So sometimes it takes me a few times to get the card to work. Sometimes I have to shut it off and that kind of stuff. But besides that, it's a fine camera. Again, it is only HD, so it's not like 4K or anything like that. But it is a decent camera. It will do the pictures and videos at the same time. Yeah. So now it's working. See. Now it tells me how much real time I actually have, which is about well, it's about 6 hours when I have nothing on it. There's about 3 hours on it. I also talked about it that it might overheat. Now I tried last night, it wouldn't overheat, but I did put it. I actually went on Trade Square when I was going to go and send this guy in, and I found out that this one was expiring this week. So I said, well, let me send this one in. So I already did the form for it. It's all filled out. Said it may overheat. The chip. It's like I said, this is a 3-year-old camera right here. 3 years old. So they might say it's not worth fixing, and I'm also going to call them and make sure that they will honor the warranty, even if it's going to be up on Wednesday, which is basically tomorrow. So I'm hoping that they can, I'm going to call them and make sure that they can fix this before I send it in. Because if I send it in, then they can't, and it's over, they might not send it back. So I'm going to make sure they will. But Trade is very good about that. So things I do like about this, okay? Well, one thing I don't like is it's got the hot shoot on the left side. That, like on the new camera, on the Panasonic F991, it's on top, like that. That's better to have it on top than underneath. It's got a flash, not a light. It's got a flash on top, which is nice if you want to take some pictures in the dark. There's several batteries you can get. This is the longer battery. This is I think about a 3-hour, almost 2.5 hours. This, like I said, this is a very old camera, so the battery might not be up to standards like it was when I first got the camera. When I first got the battery or the camera. They have an hour and 20, and then they have I think it's a 2-hour, roughly 2 hours and 20-minute battery, or yeah, roughly about 2 hours and a half, probably. This battery is normally that much, but because of how much I used it, it goes down, Again, it is only HD, but you got a decent touchscreen, so you can touch to use it. I do like that. It's got all the ports underneath here, so you can hook it up to a TV, to your computer, on and off. The battery switch, and that is not coming off. A little scratches and wears around the edges, but I mean not much damage per se. It's got a nice speaker thing here. It's 20 megapixel stills when you're videoing. That's not bad. When you go back, now like I said, this camera, you can go back and rewatch the footage, like I mentioned in a few other videos that I shot. You can't, you only get 2 megapixel shots afterwards. With this, if you do it in 4K, you can get 8 megapixel shots. So with the 4K that you're watching right now, if I went back and watched it, I can get 8 megapixel. Same, I believe it's the same with the new Panasonic as well. The Panasonic G85. But this one you can't. It's only a 2.1 afterwards. But again, with both of these cameras, with the Panasonic 920 and the F991 Panasonic, you can actually take stills as many as you want during the video. You don't have to do it afterwards. Like I said, with the new one, the Panasonic F9, the new Panasonic G85, you're stuck with that amount of, I think you're stuck with the amount of photos you can take, which is 40 or 10 depending on what mode you're in. Now, it might be, it could be different by the time you watch this video, or later on. I'll mention it if I do in another video probably. But yeah, at the moment, only 40 pictures when you're in HD and 10 pictures when you're in 4K. The 4K with that is the same as this, so you're only taking 10 pictures during 4K, which is okay. You can go back and get it 8 megapixels still. With this, you cannot. You're stuck with how many pictures you can take, and there's a delay, 10-second delay. That one was only 5. The other one, there's no delay. So you gotta pick your chooses, you know, what you want. This camera is also nice because on the top it's got the mode dial. So you got playback, and you got video and camera because it is a camera. So you can take stills, you can take pictures, you can do videos. What else is nice about this? It's got the wing dial, so you can I think I mentioned this in another video. I think you can actually zoom with this. So like if you're, yeah, you can. So you can see as I'm mapping this, it's actually zooming. And so like, it would be easier to use the zoomer. But yeah, so this camera is nice in that sense too, that you can use that. It is very, very old. I'm shocked. I didn't know the warranty was up actually until I went in to do this one, and it said, you know, your warranty's up. And I said, well, now I gotta change my plan. So in this guy, and I might send both in. I technically do have that Panasonic G85 now, so technically I could do the video on that. And you did notice on the video that I shot with that camera that the audio was much higher, and I don't know if it's because of where the sensor is for the voice, but I did notice that there was more noise in it than normal. So that might, we'll have to see. I'll have to look at the video on this. The viewfinder does not flip up on this. It's a standard, it just pops out. But it does have, it's not plastic like the other one is, like the one on the F991. It's not plastic, it's actually a hardening cover. So that's a nice thing. So if you want to do a video, you can just look up there. Oh, that's another issue. You can't see through the viewfinder. But I'll let them know somehow. That's another issue. Viewfinder coverage. But yeah, so a lot of major, like, just little scratches all over, but it still works. That's the key thing, and it still works. And I was not gonna send this in until I got the other one back, but now since this is broke, I really got it. I'm probably gonna send both in, since I do the Panasonic, and I ordered some more stuff. Hint, hint. Another review probably coming up very shortly. Well, not today, but in the next few days when that package gets here. But yeah, so when that package comes, obviously I'll be doing another unboxing. But yeah, so I mean, that's for the new Panasonic. Yeah, you can see I'm a Panasonic person. And this is a Panasonic, this is a Panasonic, the other camera's a Panasonic. So yeah, I got Panasonic in my family pretty much. I was, for a long time, Canon. And then I was JVC. For a lot of times. Actually, my first camera was an HP camera. And then I went to Canon, then I went to JVC, and then from JVC I went to Panasonic. And I've been stuck with them for a few years now. I've been doing the sports for a long time, about 9 years as of right now, about 8 years of doing the sports for Bevo. Go Bees, right? But yeah, I mean, so you can see the quality of this 4K version. I know it's not as sunny as the other day was, but this is the 4K. Enjoy the 4K. Yeah, so if you have any questions, obviously, if I don't have the camera, I can't answer the questions, but, you know, leave a comment. Maybe I can get the information. Maybe the camera's not, maybe it is fixable, and I'll be getting it back. We'll have to see. I'm hoping with this one that it's not fixable, and they'll give me the money that I bought the camera with. Because then, if this one's fixable, if this one's not fixable, then I'll buy one new camera with a whole bunch of accessories, and then I'll have both cameras. The Panasonic, and then I'll have that one new camera, or this camera, depending on what I go with. So I think that's about it today. It's a little windy out here, and I do have to get somewhere. So I am gonna have to close it. Before I do close it off, important to notice is there is a headphone and mic jack right there under that panel. I didn't mention that, but yeah. And then you got the DC right here. You got your video button there. But yeah, this camera is going in to be fixed though today. I have to go I gotta go somewhere, so we're gonna have to say goodbye to this one. Hopefully for good. We'll have to see. But yeah, so this has been another kind of review update video on the Panasonic HC-X920. And I'm gonna have to say it as I normally say it in the end of my videos, and that is bye-bye for now.